The next time those hunger pains hit you, head to the famous Bees Barbecue as mentioned in The Blind Side, the movie. In Oxford for 15 years and voted #1 ribs in Oxford. We'll cater all occasions, no matter how small or large the crowd is. We also serve breakfast from 6 a.m. to 9:30. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Bees Barbecue. And don't forget to call about those tailgating trays, 662-236-7090. The Bees Barbecue, the best ribs in Oxford. Looking for home, health, or vehicle insurance, let Farm Bureau handle them all. Lafayette County Farm Bureau Insurance will be glad to help with any insurance need you might have. With real claim service, stop in and see Wayne Perkins or call today, 234-6232. That's 662-234-6232.
Oxford has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Come by and let's be friends.
Oxford, Batesville, and Senatobia Rehabilitation have a professional treatment team including board-certified physical therapists, occupational therapists, athletic trainers, and personal trainers who use advanced technology and equipment to help you achieve optimal results. We provide physical therapy to patients of all ages, ranging from therapy for joint and sport injuries to stroke recovery or work-related injuries. Oxford, Batesville, and Senatobia Rehabilitation. Healing in motion.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to New Albany High School, and your Lafayette Commodores will take on the New Albany Bulldogs right here on DoresTV, presented by Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. And I'm Browning Stubbs tonight. My partner in crime next to me will be Lawrence Dockery. Lawrence, how you doing on this beautiful night?
I'm doing just fine, Browning.
And Lawrence, it's a big game for the Commodores. They're 2-0 in division play. They're 4-4 on the season, and they take on a struggling New Albany team standing at 1-7 on the season. But Lawrence, it's a road game, it's a division opponent, and I think it's going to be a tough game tonight for the Commodores.
I think it might be. Every time you got to travel, it could potentially be a trap game. The Commodores, they've got some momentum going, they've picked it up, they've turned the corner, they're putting some wins on the board, they're playing good football. You never know what could happen in a tough road environment.
Breast cancer night out at New Albany High School tonight. A lot of pink in the stands, and Lawrence and I, we are in the press box for this game. Fireworks are going off right now, and the Commodores are coming onto the field for tonight's game. And Lawrence, in their win over Rosafort last week, the Commodores did a very good job of getting a guy who kind of had some injuries early in the season, and that's Terrell Price. He really stepped up last week.
Terrell Price has stepped last 2 or 3 games, going back to the MUS game and then the Ripley game. Is Terrell Price has inserted himself into key playmaker on the offensive side of the football. We said it a bunch. We kept saying, there's a couple of playmakers you got to get the ball to, in Juwan Kynes and Tay Owens. Now we got to include Terrell Price into that equation.
And Lawrence, the Commodores, they are trying to get a winning record for the first time this season. And what are your keys to victory for the Commodores to make that happen tonight?
Keys to victory is you just got to get those playmakers involved. Is when you get those playmakers involved on offense, good things have happened. They've been able to finally put some points up on the board after some early offensive struggles early on in the season. And just trust your defense, because your defense has been a pretty solid defense thus far this season. And you got to limit the turnovers and the penalties. They've kind of reared their ugly head in the last couple of games.
DoresTV, before we kick off the game, is sponsored by Beacon Restaurant and Beast Hickory Smoked Barbecue. So great places to check out in the local Oxford, Lafayette County area. And it looks like the Commodores will receive the opening kick in tonight's game. And even the Lafayette cheerleaders have pink pom-poms, and they are ready to go here at New Albany High School. It's a great atmosphere tonight. A lot of Lafayette fans making the 45-minute trip on Highway 30. And New Albany will kick off to start the game tonight. Back to receive for the Commodores is Rashawn Rocket. And he returns it, and he's past the 35, still on his feet. And he'll be taken down at the 39-yard line.
Good return there from Rashawn Rocket, as we saw him rip one off early in the season in the second game against Corinth, one of the 2 touchdowns they scored that night. Always a chance when Rashawn Rocket gets the ball on special teams that something special could happen.
That's right, Lawrence. And quarterback Devin Thomas, he started off shaky to start the year, but he has picked it up on the offensive side as the season has progressed.
He has picked it up, Browning. They've been able to figure out how to move him around and get him some easy completions. As early in the season, he wasn't really good at throwing the ball. Now they roll him out a little bit, and we saw last week him institute a little bit of a spin move after a fake to give to the running back. So we'll see how that plays out this week.
And Terrell Price in motion. Thomas takes the snap, throws it to Price across the field, and he will gance his way out of bounds at the 43-yard line. And I like that play to start the game, Lawrence.
There it is, some easy completions for Devin Thomas. It's nothing vertical, just all horizontal, sideline to sideline, a little swing pass there. Get you the completion, get the quarterback to build his confidence up that he completed the pass, let his receiver do the rest of the work.
The Lafayette Commodores have a lot of great weapons on offense with Coker and Kynes and Woods, and there's a lot of guys that Thomas can get the ball to. On second down, he will this time hand this off to Price. He's past 50, first down. He's got more, still on his feet, past the 20 to the 10. Touchdown, Commodores! That was easy, Lawrence.
That was incredibly easy. He went untouched. Fantastic. We've said it all season. As the receivers on this football team throw some fantastic blocks. He caught some good blocking down the field. And Terrell Price, what more can we say? He is the go-to guy now on offense. 2 touches, a touchdown for Terrell Price tonight.
And extra point from Ryan Holland. The left-footed kicker will attempt it. And Lawrence, I think that's a first where we've seen a touchdown on the second play of a drive. We haven't seen it on the first play either.
That's one thing that this Commodore offense is. In certain games, they have not been fun to watch. Other games, they have been fun to watch. Even when they haven't had that explosive playmaking ability, which you saw a flash of it there.
All right, we'll take a TV timeout. Your Doors are up 7-0 right here on DoresTV.
Family owned and operated since 1959, the Beacon Restaurant is the gathering place in Oxford for family and friends. Come in, grab a seat with a familiar face for a down-home breakfast and a fresh cup of coffee. You might even hear a lie or two. Breakfast not your thing? Then try our signature plate lunches. For service with a smile, come join us for any meal at the Beacon Restaurant on North Lamar in Oxford. And nah, we ain't got no sweet tea.
So I switched my car insurance to State Farm. I saved $480. You know what that is?
Yeah, don't say it.
You know what it is, right?
Yeah, don't.
It's a lot of dough.
Switch and you could save $480 with State Farm.
It's a lot of dough.
See if Marty Stark in Oxford could save you a lot of dough.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Oxford Kubota is your one-stop shop for your farm or ranch. Whether you need a zero-turn mower, compact tractor, or the impressive M-Series cab tractor, Oxford Kubota can put together a package deal to fit your needs. We offer a fully stocked parts department and a service department with factory-trained technicians that can service your tractor, ATV, or UTV, regardless of the make or model. Come by for a test drive at 93 Highway 30 East, next to Oxford Farm and Ranch. Oxford Kubota.
And welcome back to DoresTV. DoresTV is sponsored by Domino's Pizza and Nuke's Eatery, both some chains in Oxford. There's locations for Nuke's on University in Jackson, and then a location of Domino's on Jackson Avenue as well. So check out those restaurants when you get a chance. Commodores up 7-0. Your drive was just 2 plays there, and Terrell Price, he made everything happen.
Terrell Price, 2 touches and a touchdown. He had a catch and run for a couple of yards and then just ripped off a nice young 45-yard touchdown run. Good things happen when Terrell Price gets the ball.
And the ball will be returned from New Albany. That's Levy Bramlett. He brings that out near the 35.
Very rarely when a defense takes the field do fans get excited to see a defense. It's starting to become that way with the Ole Miss Rebels. Fans normally get excited when the offense takes the field because the offense makes everything happen. The Commodore fans here, and me personally, get excited when this defense comes out on the field because they are the heart and soul of this team. Well, they were originally. With the offense is coming around, the offense may become the heart and soul of this team, but for right now, this defense is the coaching staff and the rest of the team and the fans trust this defense.
And New Albany, they will come into this game 1-7, like I mentioned, and the quarterback keeper will go for 1 yard. Right by the Lafayette band, if you hear some background noise, that's where it's coming from. They are the good guys. New Albany in the I formation. Quarterback is Bryce Collins, the senior, and he'll throw play action, looking for someone. He's being chased around. He gets up the middle, and he'll pick up about 3 yards.
Good job by the Commodore defensive line there. They got a somewhat effective pass rush, but they did a good job of not letting when the pocket broke down, they didn't let him jump outside and pick a good job of keeping contained by the Commodore defense.
The D-line, that's been the strong suit all year long for the Lafayette Commodores, and one guy in the secondary to keep an eye out for is number 6, Alan Mathis. Alan Mathis, he's been playing like Sinquest Golson has for the Ole Miss Rebels.
He had a monster game last week. He had, 2 or 3 interceptions last week, I want to say? Yeah, he had a monster game last week against Roosevelt. He's had a good season.
And there is the reverse, and it's handed off to McMillan, and he fumbles the football. And it looks like New Albany still recovered it. But then again, that ferocious Commodore defense made that happen.
Again, they kept their heads up. They watched the football. They didn't fall for the little trick play that New Albany tried to run there. They forced the fumble, didn't recover it, but it didn't matter because it was 3rd down. Defense getting off the field on 3rd down is key, and that's what happened.
Juwan Kynes is back to receive the punt, as he has been the main return man all season long for the Doors. High snap there. And it's punted by Rainey, and Kynes, he picks it up somehow. And he gets out to the 33-yard line, and we will take a timeout. Commodores have the football when we come back on DoresTV.
Hello, this is Gant Boone with Oxford University Bank. This day and age, it is hard to beat an original, much less an Oxford original. And that is exactly what you get with OUB. We have Casasa checking and savings accounts with ATM refunds nationwide. Perfect for everyone, especially students. So whether you are a full-time resident of Oxford or just looking to get here as soon as you can, choose OUB. Live Oxford, Bank Oxford, Oxford University Bank, member FDIC.
You probably think Domino's pizza cheese comes out of a big plastic bag. And it does. But before it goes into that bag, our cheese was crafted to perfection by an award-winning mozzarella maker using milk from family-owned dairy farms. And we got help from a cheese technologist and a National Cheese Institute laureate award winner, which is really a thing. So order 2 medium, 2-topping Domino's pizzas for $5.99 each and taste why you can't judge a cheese by its bag.
Welcome to Furniture World, home of the better buy. Get more selection with even more savings. If you're needing furniture for your home, apartment, or dorm room, we have the quality that you want at the prices that you can afford. We also have interest-free financing with approved credit, plus free delivery is available within our area. So come by and see why we're Oxford's #1 furniture store.
Welcome back to DoresTV, and Lafayette got the 7-0 lead right now over New Albany. They got the football back, and Devin Thomas takes the snap. He looks to throw to Coker, and the pass is incomplete. Coker is a little frustrated with the play call there, I guess. He was kind of looking over at Coach Robertson.
He was being held on to the whole way. Even after play was over, the defender still wouldn't let go of him.
And for complete coverage of the Lafayette Commodores, you can follow me on Twitter at BrowningStubbs, and you can follow Lawrence on Twitter at LDoc93. I do a radio show at 92.1 FM Rebel Radio in Oxford from 12 to 1 on Thursdays, and I have Lawrence on at 12:30 on my show, so make sure you check us out. Rocket gets the carry. We haven't seen a lot of him lately, and he picks up the first down.
Good run there by Rashawn Rocket. Just solid in between the tackles running so far from the Commodores.
I think Rocket is down, and they're going to take a look at him right now, and we're going to take a timeout, and hopefully that Rashawn Rocket is all right. Stay with us on DoresTV.
The next time those hunger pains hit you, head to the famous Bees Barbecue, as mentioned in The Blind Side, the movie. In Oxford for 15 years and voted #1 ribs in Oxford. We'll cater all occasions, no matter how small or large the crowd is. We also serve breakfast from 6 a.m. to 9:30. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Bees Barbecue. And don't forget to call about those tailgating trays, 662-236-7090. Bees Barbecue, the best ribs in Oxford. Looking for home, health, or vehicle insurance, let Farm Bureau handle them all. Lafayette County Farm Bureau Insurance will be glad to help with any insurance need you might have. With real claim service, stop in and see Wayne Perkins or call today, 234-6232. That's 662-234-6232. Oxford, Batesville, and Senatobia Rehabilitation have a professional treatment team including board-certified physical therapists, occupational therapists, athletic trainers, and personal trainers who use advanced technology and equipment to help you achieve optimal results. We provide physical therapy to patients of all ages, ranging from therapy for joint and sport injuries to stroke recovery or work-related injuries. Oxford, Batesville, and Senatobia Rehabilitation. Healing in motion.
Oxford has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Come by and let's be friends.
Welcome back to DoresTV, and Rashawn Rocket, he was just carried off the field. I think he had an ankle injury, and he's being checked out on the sidelines right now. Thomas will give it, will keep it himself actually, and he takes it all the way to the 39-yard line.
Good job, good decision there from Devin Thomas to keep the football's defense a bit hard on the run, on the give rather, and Thomas able to keep it, pick up the big chunky yards for a big first down.
So another first down for the Commodores. Tavon Joyner and Terrell Price in the backfield. Haven't seen Tate Owens yet tonight. And there's the snap, and it will be given to Joyner. Joyner goes outside, and he's still on his feet, tippy-toeing on the sidelines. And it took a few Bulldogs to take him down, but great run, great effort by Tavon Joyner.
It's always great when you can get the defenders to tackle you towards the end zone, is what happened towards the end of that play right there. As they had him wrapped up about the 25, and they pushed him all the way down to about the 20.
Busby, Woods, Coker, and Kynes are the receivers with Price in the backfield. 1st and 10, ball is on the 25, and they look to the side to get the signal.
The corners are playing very, very tight coverage here on the Commodore receivers.
We'll see who gets the best of it as Thomas will look to throw to Kynes, and it's incomplete. And Kynes, I think he dropped that one.
They had him on the slant route. That was perfectly executed. Just got to hang on to the football. When it hits you in the hands, you need to catch it.
And I think that tight coverage, I think that played a factor, Lawrence.
Well, as he initially had his man beat, his man thought he was going to go deep. It was a double move. He went to the outside, decided to come back in, slide on the slant route, and he was open. Hit him right in the perfect throw from Devin Thomas. Just couldn't hang on to it.
There's a really tiny defensive back, Joseph Rainey. He's at number 19 in for the Bulldogs on the left side of your screen. And there's the handoff, and that's Dylan Woods. And that's Terrell Price. He's in for the touchdown. Terrell Price, 2 touchdowns, but there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, I think this one was coming back. That was the ridiculously large hole. Even as good as this offensive line is and the running game is for the Commodores, I think with a hold like that, I don't think anyone's missing that. But hey, they've been able to run the football very well so far tonight, and if they can't stop you, why go away from it? But going back to it, we got to talk about cutting down on the penalties. Right there, that wiped out a touchdown.
It did, Lawrence. You're the one of the best guys at counting stats, and that's gonna. Hopefully that won't haunt them. But we'd like to take a moment to thank Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Visit the East University Avenue location and see the selection of 2015 model cars and trucks, as well as a pre-owned inventory. Alan Samuels, come by. Let's be friends. We'll be back to the 36-yard line, and Coker, he almost had it, and another drop for the Commodores.
That was good coverage there. Coker just had his man beat, and that ball's put right where it needed to be, right where Coker. He had to come back to it just a little bit. Ball was about an inch short, thrown an inch short. That was still almost inch perfect. Almost kind of back shoulder throw. That was good from Devin Thomas. Execution was there. He just hadn't been able to finish the play.
3rd and 20. Do the Commodores want to get in field goal range? If so, they'll need to throw the football. But if they want to set like a manageable 4th down, they might run a draw here. But we'll see what they do. There's a lot of ways you can play this. And, of course, you could throw another streak like they did to Coker. And there's the snap. Thomas looking to throw across the middle. It's high and incomplete, intended for Kynes.
Kynes had his man beat again. That throw was just high from Thomas. And I like what the coaching staff is doing. They're opening it up. Let Devin Thomas air it out a little bit tonight.
And, Lawrence, it's not really a punt situation here. It's because, you get the ball on the 36-yard line. If you're an NFL team, a college team, this is probably a field goal, but you're high school, and I think it's still a little short to punt, so I guess they're going to take a shot.
I'm thinking this would probably be from where they are, this would be about a 53-yard field goal. I think that's well outside Ryan Holland's range. So they're down to 5 on the play clock. They got to get this off.
They get it off. Thomas, a lot of pressure, throws the screen pass, and it's incomplete, and that's a turnover on downs for Lafayette. We'll take a timeout, and the Bulldogs of New Albany will have the football when we come back right here on DoresTV.
Family owned and operated since 1959, the Beacon Restaurant is the gathering place in Oxford for family and friends. Come in, grab a seat with a familiar face for a down-home breakfast and a fresh cup of coffee. You might even hear a lie or two. Breakfast not your thing? Then try our signature plate lunches. For service with a smile, come join us for any meal at the Beacon Restaurant on North Lamar in Oxford. And nah, we ain't got no sweet tea.
So I switched my car insurance to State Farm. I saved $480. You know what that is?
Yeah, don't say it.
You know what it is, right?
Yeah, don't.
It's a lot of dough.
Switch and you could save $480 with State Farm.
It's a lot of dough.
See if Marty Stark in Oxford can save you a lot of dough.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Oxford Kubota is your one-stop shop for your farm or ranch. Whether you need a zero-turn mower, compact tractor, or the impressive M-Series cab tractor, Oxford Kubota can put together a package deal to fit your needs. We offer a fully stocked parts department and a service department with factory-trained technicians that can service your tractor, ATV, or UTV, regardless of the make or model. Come by for a test drive at 93 Highway 30 East, next to Oxford Farm and Ranch. Oxford Kubota.
Welcome back to Doors TV. Got a Division II 4A matchup tonight between Lafayette and New Albany. The Doors got the better end so far, up 7-0. They'll give the handoff to the running back, and he'll be tackled for no gain. Good push by the D-line.
Again, a good push by the defensive line, like you said, that's been the strength of this team all year. Is this O-line is a very undersized offensive line from New Albany, so that right there, on average, is a very good mismatch in favor of the Commodores.
Nice crowd tonight here at New Albany High School.
Good turnout from the Commodores for traveling support, like always.
Quarterback Bryce Collins trying to make something happen for the Bulldogs in the I formation. He'll look to throw under pressure. He's going to keep it himself, and he takes it out to the 35-yard line for maybe a 1-yard gain. We'll see.
As the good pass rush there from the Commodores forced a breakdown, forced him to roll out and trying to evade the pressure. Quinn Jones over pursued just a little bit. Other defenders were there to clean it up.
Instead of being 3rd down and 11. Now they are in the shotgun, and Collins looking to throw. A lot of pressure again.
Got him.
And he's taken down for the sack. Look at that pressure by Darren Tolles.
Darren Tolles, he's been a beat. He was the key pass rusher on that last play, and on this play, just a bull in the china shop. Just bum rushed, bull rushed. The quarterback there wasn't going to be stopped.
4th down, and they are forced to punt. Punting is Ethan Rainey. 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. So it's 4th and 15, punting from the 32-yard line, and Kynes he's going to let this one bounce and roll out of bounds right near the 30-yard line, and we will take a break. Commodores will have the football back right here on DoresTV.
Hello, this is Gant Boone with Oxford University Bank. This day and age, it is hard to beat an original, much less an Oxford original. And that is exactly what you get with OUB. We have Casasa checking and savings accounts with ATM refunds nationwide. Perfect for everyone, especially students. So whether you're a full-time resident of Oxford or just looking to get here as soon as you can, choose OUB. Live Oxford, Bank Oxford, Oxford University Bank, member FDIC.
You probably think Domino's pizza cheese comes out of a big plastic bag. And it does. But before it goes into that bag, our cheese was crafted to perfection by an award-winning mozzarella maker using milk from family-owned dairy farms. And we got help from a cheese technologist and a National Cheese Institute laureate award winner, which is really a thing. So order 2 medium, 2-topping Domino's pizzas for $5.99 each and taste why you can't judge a cheese by its bag.
Welcome to Furniture World, home of the better buy. Get more selection with even more savings. If you're needing furniture for your home, apartment, or dorm room, we have the quality that you want at the prices that you can afford. We also have interest-free financing with approved credit, plus free delivery is available within our area. So come by and see why we're Oxford's #1 furniture store.
Welcome back to DoresTV. Lafayette with the early 7-0 lead, and they'll give the pitch out to Price. Price is being pressured, and he makes his way out to the 37-yard line, and there was a big hit there. That's why you watch DoresTV lines for the big hits.
That's sophomore Joseph Rainey, who just got a very rude welcome from Terrell Price. That is a significant height and weight matchup right there. Rainey, look, he might be even shorter than Busby out there.
Oh yeah, number 19. Yeah, he's definitely.
He went in to hit Price, and Price hit him. When you're the running back and you're hitting people, that you're a solid running back when you can hit people like that.
Thomas will give it off to Tavon Joyner. He's got some room up the middle, past the 50, but just tripped up, and he'll be tackled at the 48-yard line. That was a great effort.
I think that was a touchdown saving tackle there, Browning. That was
Sam McMillan on the stop for the Bulldogs.
I mean, if he doesn't make that tackle, that's a shoe-top tackle. How many times do we see shoe-top tackles make all the difference in a football game?
Very true, Lawrence. 1st and 10 on the 48. They are in Bulldog territory for the 3rd time tonight. They've been in their territory on all 3 drives, and we're going to have an official's timeout. It looks like we'll take a timeout as well. We'll be right back. Your Commodores are driving right here on DoresTV.
The next time those hunger pains hit you, head to the famous Bees Barbecue, as mentioned in The Blind Side, the movie. In Oxford for 15 years and voted #1 ribs in Oxford. We'll cater all occasions, no matter how small or large the crowd is. We also serve breakfast from 6 a.m. to 9:30. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Bees Barbecue. And don't forget to call about those tailgating trays, 662-236-7090. The Bees Barbecue, the best ribs in Oxford. Looking for home, health, or vehicle insurance, let Farm Bureau handle them all. Lafayette County Farm Bureau Insurance will be glad to help with any insurance need you might have. With real claim service, stop in and see Wayne Perkins or call today, 234-6232. That's 662-234-6232. Oxford, Batesville, and Senatobia Rehabilitation have a professional treatment team including board-certified physical therapists, occupational therapists, athletic trainers, and personal trainers who use advanced technology and equipment to help you achieve optimal results. We provide physical therapy to patients of all ages, ranging from therapy for joint and sport injuries to stroke recovery or work-related injuries. Oxford, Batesville, and Senatobia Rehabilitation. Healing in motion.
Oxford has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Come by and let's be friends.
Welcome back to DoresTV. I'm Browning Stubbs alongside Lawrence Dockery, and Sam McMillan was down for the Bulldogs. Hopefully he's all right, and while we got a chance, we'd like to thank Oxford Kubota sponsoring DoresTV. They're located on Highway 30 East. They got full-time tractor service and a lot of good lawnmowers and RTVs as well. All right, so 4 minutes left in the opening quarter. Thomas keeps it, and he doesn't pitch it. He keeps it himself. There's a flag on the play, but Devin Thomas takes it all the way to the 31-yard line, but this one might be coming back. We'll see.
I think this is going to be another holding penalty, but that's another good decision from Devin Thomas there on the option. Instead of pitching it, he keeps it and picks up a nice big chunk of yards. Well, it may turn out that he doesn't pick up the nice big chunk of yards through an unfortunate holding pin, and there it is again, is penalties. It's not just that the penalties are happening, it's that they're wiping out big plays. As we saw Terrell Price's second touchdown of the night called back for a holding call, and now this is another 15, 20-yard pickup that's being called back for a holding penalty. So that's something that they're really going to have to clean up if they want to, put some distance between themselves and the Bulldogs early on.
And I agree, Lawrence. I think that the penalties have got to come down, because when you look at Lafayette, their offensive line is so much bigger than the Bulldogs, their defensive line. So you're right, they've got to clean it up for sure. Now make that 1st and 18, and they'll keep it himself. He's past the 50, and look at Devin Thomas. Got a hold on the football, and he's tackled at the 35-yard line. So he just negated that penalty.
Right back to where he was. Fantastic job from Devin Thomas on the keeper again. Now I'm really ready to see what happens when the Bulldogs here in New Albany decide to stay at home on the keep, and Devin Thomas is able to read that and pitch it. I'm feeling another 20, 25-yard game.
Lawrence, it's early in this game, but we've seen some good runs, and Coach Robertson has put confidence in Thomas to let him throw the football more.
He's been throwing the football. He's been throwing it on target. He's just unlucky with a couple of drop passes. But if they can clean up the penalties and clean up the drops, I think they can breeze through this game.
Tavon Joyner trying to find room, and he'll be tackled by a swamp of Bulldogs.
And he got hit in the backfield, right there in the backfield at the line of scrimmage, and just kept his legs turning, kept twisting and fighting, and he was able to pick up 3 or 4 yards out of play. And that's just been kind of the MO for this team all season, is there's no quit. It's all they've got a ton of heart, and they're a gritty team. They can grind it out.
2nd and 7, ball in the 32 after the 3-yard pickup. And they are in the shotgun. Alan Mathis playing a little wide receiver tonight as he's lined out to the left, and they'll give it to Price, trying to find some room, but he's probably gonna maybe gain 1 on that play, and he's pushed out of bounds.
You might have to put Mathis out there because that's what the Commodores just had the second guy. They had Joyner go down just now. He came out limping. He's over on the trainer's table. And they had Rashawn Rocket go down with an injury earlier. So injuries piling up might be a little bit of a concern here.
Not sure why Tate Owens has not gotten any burn tonight. He's on the sidelines. He's number 3. He's got his helmet in his hand. You can't see him right now, but he's on the sidelines for sure. 3rd and 6 on the 31-yard line. And Thomas will keep it himself, and he's got the first down, and he's still on his feet, and he's taken down all the way near the 9-yard line.
Devin Thomas is not a big dude, and apparently, I didn't know this, but he's got some wheels.
Yeah.
He's been able to turn on the jets. He's made that first man miss and just turned on the jets as he's broken into the second level of that defense. So that's the 4th or 5th time he's done that, and he's utilized. We saw him start with it last week in the play action game, but he's been utilizing a spin move to spin past defenders once he gets into that defensive secondary.
Yeah, Lawrence, I think they've been doing a lot more with him to utilize him better, and we saw it play action last week, and now this week we're seeing him do some more design reads, and it's working out. Now the Commodores can't afford any penalties to backtrack them. 1st and goal, and Price doesn't get anything there. What we haven't seen a lot from the offense this year, and especially Devin Thomas, we haven't seen a lot of corner routes when they're in the red zone to Kynes or Coker.
We haven't seen a lot of that, but to be fair, we haven't seen a lot of Devin Thomas really passing the ball very much. You know, I wouldn't say he's had more than 10 or 15 attempts in any one game this season. That may change tonight as they've opened up the playbook a little bit, letting him air the ball out a little bit more. Just unlucky with a couple drop passes.
And they'll give it to Price, and he gets a couple. Gets to about the 5-yard line.
If they can't stop your run, don't go away from it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Under a minute remaining here at New Albany High School. It's going to be 3rd and goal. For the Commodores, and play clock is under 10. So they got to hurry up, make something happen here. Might be the last play of the quarter, and Thomas, he drops the snap, and he's going to be taken down for a sack, and that's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. They've done a good job so far tonight of limiting the turnovers. Now they didn't turn it over there, but it almost works as well as one because now you're in iffy field goal territory, and with 10 seconds to go in the quarter, I don't think they're going to get this field goal off.
Doesn't look like it. And they'll let it run to the end of the first quarter. Lafayette, they got on the board with an early Tyrell Price long touchdown, and it's 7-0. And we'll be right back for the second quarter right here on DoresTV.
Family owned and operated since 1959, the Beacon Restaurant is the gathering place in Oxford for family and friends. Come in, grab a seat with a familiar face for a down-home breakfast and a fresh cup of coffee. You might even hear a lie or two. Breakfast not your thing? Then try our signature plate lunches. For service with a smile, come join us for any meal at the Beacon Restaurant on North Lamar in Oxford. And nah, we ain't got no sweet tea.
So I switched my car insurance to State Farm. I saved $480. You know what that is?
Yeah, don't say it.
So you know what it is, right?
Yeah, don't.
It's a lot of dough.
Switch and you could save $480 with State Farm.
It's a lot of dough.
See if Marty Stark in Oxford can save you a lot of dough.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Oxford Kubota is your one-stop shop for your farm or ranch. Whether you need a zero-turn mower, compact tractor, or the impressive M-Series cab tractor, Oxford Kubota can put together a package deal to fit your needs. We offer a fully stocked parts department and a service department with factory-trained technicians that can service your tractor, ATV, or UTV, regardless of the make or model. Come by for a test drive at 93 Highway 30 East, next to Oxford Farm and Ranch. Oxford Kubota.
Welcome back to DoresTV. DoresTV is powered by Oxford University Bank and also powered by Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Visit the location on East University Avenue and see the selection of 2015 model cars and trucks. Here's the field goal from about 31 yards from Ryan Holland, and it's up and it's good. Ryan Holland connects on a big 31-yard field goal to put the Commodores up 10-0. We'll take a timeout. Defense for the Commodores coming on the field when we come back.
Hello, this is Gant Boone with Oxford University Bank. This day and age, it is hard to beat an original, much less an Oxford original, and that is exactly what you get with OUB. We have Casasa checking and savings accounts with ATM refunds nationwide, perfect for everyone, especially students. So whether you are a full-time resident of Oxford or just looking to get here as soon as you can, choose OUB. Live Oxford, Bank Oxford, Oxford University Bank, member FDIC.
You probably think Domino's pizza cheese comes out of a big plastic bag. And it does. But before it goes into that bag, our cheese was crafted to perfection by an award-winning mozzarella maker using milk from family-owned dairy farms. And we got help from a cheese technologist and a National Cheese Institute laureate award winner, which is really a thing. So order 2 medium, 2-topping Domino's pizzas for $5.99 each and taste why you can't judge a cheese by its bag.
Welcome to Furniture World, home of the better buy. Get more selection with even more savings. If you're needing furniture for your home, apartment, or dorm room, we have the quality that you want at the prices that you can afford. We also have interest-free financing with approved credit, plus free delivery is available within our area. So come by and see why we're Oxford's #1 furniture store.
Welcome back to DoresTV. 10-0 Commodores early on here in the second quarter. Terrell Price got a long touchdown from over 60 yards on the opening drive for the Commodores, and Ryan Holland just connected on a 31-yard field goal. There's the kickoff. And nice tackle there by Quinn Jones as Drew Welburn wasn't going anywhere. There might be some, I want to say there's some freshmen or some JV guys that are playing tonight, because there's the height difference is incredible for these two teams.
That is a very small lineup for New Albany. Just like you said, it's just a mismatch all across the board for the Commodore, in the favor of the Commodores. That is, it's just in terms of height and weight, there's just no comparison.
And he drops the football. And I think New Albany, they recovered it. What a wasted play there from New Albany.
A little bit of discontent in the New Albany sections over there, as I think I heard 1 or 2 boos ring out.
Well, when you're a 1-7 team, there's got to be some frustration.
There, not just some frustration, but there's probably going to be a lot of frustration. And not only, they haven't even been able to pick up a first down tonight, I don't think, New Albany. It's just defense has just been so suffocating.
And they'll give the early handoff there for not much.
This is looking like the Memphis offense against the Ole Miss defense in a game this year. Is that Memphis offense which is actually pretty good. They can put some points up and run up and down the field with you in a hurry. is that Ole Miss defense. They didn't even give up 100 yards till that last play of the game. That's what this one's looking like. Is the Bulldogs haven't even been able to pick up a first down. Knock on wood, though.
3rd and 9 for the Bulldogs. Collins at quarterback in the shotgun. He will give the reverse, and it's recovered by Lafayette. I think that's what the referee will signal.
4th down.
No, 4th down. It looked like Lafayette had recovered it.
That's the second time New Albany's tried to run a trick play, and it's the same one as the first time. It didn't work the first time. Good job of the Commodores to not fall asleep on it for a second time. Good job.
Jawan Kynes, standing at about the 50-yard line, is going to return this punt.
Now, bear in mind, bad snap here could result in 6 the other way.
Fourth and 16, low snap, and it's punted. And Kynes, he better pick it up. And oh no! And New Albany will recover it. That was unfortunate. Jawan Kynes, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes, but he made one there.
Now, he looks like he comes off holding his chest. I think when he fell on that football, he fell on it at the point on his chest where the shoulder pads end on your chest. I think he fell on the football right there, and that's what caused it to squirt out and give the ball back to New Albany.
New Albany catches a huge break there, I must say, with 9:31 remaining in the first quarter. We got a good one here on DoresTV right now, and DoresTV, we would like to thank one of our sponsors, and we would like to thank Oxford Kubota. A lot of good tractors and a lot of good RTVs there. You want to check that out. 1st and 10, ball on the 32-yard line. Collins keeps it and goes up the middle, and you aren't going to get much when you try to go up the middle on that Lafayette D-line.
Yeah, that's only really happened in 1 or 2 games this season. Those are 2 of the better teams the Commodores have played. That was the Oxford game, where Oxford just ran them ragged, and then the MUS game, which was a back-and-forth and entertaining game. So very rarely are you going to be able to run up the middle against this front 7 of the Commodores. And I want to expand on that
Sure.
botched punt. That's got to be demoralizing for a defense, as you've played really hard and you've played really well through this first couple of series, and then you think you get off the field, and then they have your special teams send you back out there. That's a little bit frustrating.
Collins drops back to throw, and he overthrew his man and intended for Jake McDonald.
He had him open too.
He had him wide open. Wide open. I couldn't believe
there's been some wide open receivers this game. Is this really the New Albany is, I want to say, maybe only the first or second team that we've seen the Commodores play where that runs a conventional offense. There's not a lot of it's just straight up kind of pro style line up in the I formation. We haven't seen a lot of I formation from teams this season.
No, we haven't. We've seen a lot of shotgun. We've seen some spread offenses, and MUS, heck, they had one player that just did everything on offense for them, and pass there is incomplete again. So that brings up 4th down. So I wonder what New Albany's going to do here.
I think they got to go for it. You're down 10. You hadn't been able to move the football at all tonight. There's a chance that you might be able to pick up the 4th down here. And even if you don't get it, the Commodores, they get decent field position, but it's not great field position.
New Albany has not completed a pass all game.
They have not. That's correct.
And it looks like New Albany takes the timeout, and we'll take a timeout as well. Big 4th down coming up right here on DoresTV.
The next time those hunger pains hit you, head to the famous Bees Barbecue, as mentioned in The Blind Side, the movie. In Oxford for 15 years and voted #1 ribs in Oxford. We'll cater all occasions, no matter how small or large the crowd is. We also serve breakfast from 6 a.m. to 9:30. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Bees Barbecue. And don't forget to call about those tailgating trays, 662-236-7090. Bees Barbecue, the best ribs in Oxford. Looking for home, health, or vehicle insurance, let Farm Bureau handle them all. Lafayette County Farm Bureau Insurance will be glad to help with any insurance need you might have. With real claim service, stop in and see Wayne Perkins or call today, 234-6232. That's 662-234-6232.
Oxford has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Come by and let's be friends.
Oxford, Batesville, and Senatobia Rehabilitation have a professional treatment team including board-certified physical therapists, occupational therapists, athletic trainers, and personal trainers who use advanced technology and equipment to help you achieve optimal results. We provide physical therapy to patients of all ages, ranging from therapy for joint and sport injuries to stroke recovery or work-related injuries. Oxford, Batesville, and Senatobia Rehabilitation. Healing in motion.
Welcome back to New Albany High School, DoresTV. We're broadcasting tonight's game. 4th and 8 ball in the 30. We'd like to thank Lafayette County Farm Bureau for sponsoring DoresTV. And here we go, another trick play. It's going to be a reverse pass, and it's caught in the end zone for the first pass completion of the game. That was Sam McMillan. He throws it to Broderick Boyd, and that is a 30-yard touchdown.
That was fantastic. That was perfectly executed. Curse the commentators. As soon as you say that they haven't completed pass, boom, 30 yards, touchdown. That was executed to a T. That was fantastic.
And the secondary had a chance there. I mean,
they
did,
did.
To swat it. You think so?
They had a chance, but if that ball was underthrown, it was going to be picked off. But that ball was thrown right on the money. Good job by a wide receiver, by the way, of putting that ball on the money.
And there's the extra point. It's up. And the extra point is good.
Wow, that kicker has a leg. He put that one a mile on.
10-7, we got ourselves a ball game in New Albany. Stay with us right here on DoresTV.
Family owned and operated since 1959, the Beacon Restaurant is the gathering place in Oxford for family and friends. Come in, grab a seat with a familiar face for a down-home breakfast and a fresh cup of coffee. You might even hear a lie or two. Breakfast not your thing? Then try our signature plate lunches. For service with a smile, come join us for any meal at the Beacon Restaurant on North Lamar in Oxford. And nah, we ain't got no sweet tea.
So I switched my car insurance to State Farm. I saved $480. You know what that is?
Yeah, don't say it.
You know what it is, right?
Yeah, don't.
It's a lot of dough.
Switch and you could save $480 with State Farm.
It's a lot of dough.
See if Marty Stark in Oxford could save you a lot of dough.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Oxford Kubota is your one-stop shop for your farm or ranch. Whether you need a zero-turn mower, compact tractor, or the impressive M-Series cab tractor, Oxford Kubota can put together a package deal to fit your needs. We offer a fully stocked parts department and a service department with factory-trained technicians that can service your tractor, ATV, or UTV, regardless of the make or model. Come by for a test drive at 93 Highway 30 East, next to Oxford Farm and Ranch. Oxford Kubota.
Welcome back to DoresTV. DoresTV is sponsored by Oxford Rehabilitation. Has moved to a new address, 2714 West Oxford Loop, Suite 164. All right, Lawrence, the trick plays were not working for New Albany, but somehow they got one to work there.
Third time's the charm. This is the third time they've run that. Almost the same, just the same reverse. And the Commodores were doing a good job of smelling them out the first two times. Not that second time. Not that third time.
And Kynes wisely lets that one go into the end zone for the touchback.
All set up from the turnover. We've had a couple of penalties, call back some big runs, call back a touchdown, and then we had the turnover. Sets up a very nice, not nice drive, but 3 plays and a great play for New Albany.
Lafayette will take over on their own 20-yard line. And Lafayette, they have got to make a stand here. They play well so far as they'll get the handoff to Price up the middle for maybe 1 or 2.
Starting to see this New Albany defensive line. They're starting to stiffen up a little bit. They're starting to they've been bending and breaking all night. Now they're trying to fix the break part. Now they're just trying to bend but not break.
Well, you know, when you get a touchdown and your sideline's more fired up, so I think they definitely got a lot more confidence in them right now. 2nd and 8 on the 22 with the 2-yard gain from Price.
Well, the Commodore offense has done well tonight. Come up, another hold.
Looks like it's coming back.
That's already the 3rd one.
And, you know, we haven't seen a penalty against New Albany yet.
No, didn't realize that, but now that you say that, it strikes me as obvious that we haven't seen one.
That's 4 penalties on the Commodores tonight. And, Lawrence, you hope from a fatigue standpoint that Price doesn't get hurt, because we haven't seen Take T. Owens on an offensive play. I'm not sure why, but we've seen guys like Dylan Woods in the game, Tavon Joyner, but no Owens. I don't know if he's got an injury, if he's banged up, but I guess we'll find out later on in the game.
It's good to have depth. The Commodores certainly do have depth at that tailback position.
There's the snap. Thomas looking to throw. He's got a man open. Oh, and he blew that one. He had Dylan Woods wide open on the swing pass.
That's really the first poor throw of the game, is that one was thrown too far out in front of Dylan Woods.
That could have picked up half the distance there, but instead it's going to be 3rd and long, 3rd and 20 to be exact for Lafayette.
And at times, as good as this offense is, they really struggle when they get behind, when they get into the 2nd and 3rd down and really long, like behind the chains where they are now.
7.5 to go in the 2nd quarter. And I mean, if you want the first down, you got weapons to do it. Will they? That's the question. And here's Thomas, and he will keep it himself up the middle for about 3 or 4, and it's going to force a punt from Coker. And the Lafayette defense will need to make a stand after I guess you could say they fell asleep on a play.
Just wondering if this is maybe a little bit of momentum swing. It's really the first possession where the New Albany defense has shown any backbone, and really the first offensive possession for the Commodores where they've just had that kind of apathy that has plagued them at times this season.
And Coker punts, and it'll wobble all the way down to the 42-yard line, and that is where the Bulldogs will take over when we come back. Got a close one here at New Albany High School. Stay with us right here on DoresTV.
Hello, this is Gant Boone with Oxford University Bank. This day and age, it is hard to beat an original, much less an Oxford original, and that is exactly what you get with